So yeah, before I started with this mic, I lacked motivation. Everything seemed to take effort. I couldn't just get down and do stuff. I just kept putting things off, basically. Not getting stuff done. Even though I had a list of things I knew I needed to do, they would be like tomorrow's problem, or I'd do them in a bit. I actually started dropping out the habit going to the gym because I just lacked the drive to actually get in there and do the stuff, even though it was something I wanted to do. You're sort of disappointed, annoyed. You start to like feel lazy, and yeah, you start not feeling good about yourself because you're feeling like you're letting yourself down. You can't stick to something. It's just generally not a good feeling. I mean, yeah, my general living situation was disorganized. It was a mess. I mean, I'm probably not the tidiest person, but my room was an absolute mess. There was a list of stuff I need to get done, which I was never getting round to. And yeah, it would just kept being put off to be tomorrow's problem and whatnot, instead of getting it done. Well, I've tried meds. I've tried. Well, to be fair, the whole exercise thing, even though it was something I wanted to do in terms of be fitter in general, it was also something to try and get my mental health sorted because exercise does feed into that. Yeah, so I've been trying sort of external things like exercise, medication, and things like that. I mean, some of it has had a limited amount of success, but none of it has got to the underlying problem, which was why I wasn't, in essence, happy. Yeah, as far as I can remember, mental health's not been good. And yeah, some recent events just got me into trying to once and for all get it sorted. The self-doubt and lack of confidence just means I haven't gone for opportunities I could have. Generally, I could have been doing more because with the lack of motivation and mental energy, like there was only so much I feel I could do without feeling the lack of drive, lack of energy. Yeah, so I feel like life could have been a lot different. Yeah, I've been a bit of a shut-in. So I've not socialised a lot with my friends in the past because I haven't felt like being out or talking to people. It's probably had a massive impact on my love life because of the lack of confidence, not having that drive to go and to see what happens, being umming and ahhing, what could go wrong, all those sort of thoughts go through your head. So yeah, I think it's had a fairly significant impact on my social life in the past. I mean, to be fair, we've just gone into lockdown, so it just seemed like a good opportunity to begin with. But, I guess it maybe there might have been some stuff that I could work through as it was slightly different what he was working with. But to be fair, it's been brilliant all the way along, so I didn't have too many trepidations going in. I think I'd be stuck in the same rut. Not going to the gym as much as I like, not really feeling great about myself, full of self-doubt, just going through the same cycles. Just stuck at the same point. I'll be honest, there wasn't much to it. Basically, he had a chat with me saying, we're going into lockdown, the gym's going to be closed. Instead of our usual PT stuff, do you want to basically opt for the coaching in the meantime? As we're in lockdown and, he can't exactly PT me remotely. It was a situation of the circumstances, really. It ended up being great, but, it wouldn't have really happened if we didn't go into lockdown with COVID. Oh, very much so. To be honest, probably one of the best things I've ever done, and I don't even say that lightly. So we basically have a weekly call where you go through the things that you go through that week. You set some goals for the next week and you talk about the previous week's goals. Probably in the other order, to be fair, but that's basically the structure of it. The goals you go through are things you want to get done but will also help towards your overall achievement. So in most cases, probably weight loss, but in my case, motivation, confidence, those sort of things. And basically you work through these goals and if things that you may set in place to continue afterwards, like keeping a food diary, You do that as a goal for 1 week, but you carry that on after that you finish that goal. So you sort of build up the tools you have to help towards what you want to achieve in the long run. In all honesty, there's not anything I would say is glaringly obviously that I don't like about the course. I could try and nitpick like I did there, but in the long run, all I've got is positive for it, really. The best thing is it's not like, because the mistake you tend to make is you try and get everything done at once, or you try and build Rome in a day. And with Mike's course, it's a bit like, okay, what's the first step we can take? How can we start improving? And it's that gradual change. So you start off with something small and build up on it. By the time you finish, you've got a load of tools to help you get to where you need to be. And those are things you don't lose. It's not like at the end of the 12-week course, you're on your own again. You've still got everything that you've done through the course to help you along the way. Yeah, I definitely feel more confident. I've got more motivation. I'm keeping on top of things a lot better. I mean, I've still, it's only the first leg of my journey, let's call it. So there's still a lot more I'd like to do, but I've got off to a brilliant start. Surprised overall with the results. Like, I don't even know we're saying I'm surprised it's 90% is correct. I'm surprised in general that the change is possible full stop, really. Because when you've been in that place for so long, it's hard to imagine not being like that. So the fact that I'm in a different place now, it's hard to really put into words, really. Well, I've got more energy, so I'm keeping on top of my life a bit more, keeping on top of the chores, getting things I need sorted. I mean, one of the things is I feel more confident that when I'm speaking to people, I'm generally, I don't have that voice saying like self-doubt, what if they take that the wrong way? And generally I'm more positive, and some people have noticed that. Like I'm more energetic and more positive, those sort of things. I'd say, I mean, if it's something if you're struggling with mental health and you want to make that change, not just for now, but for the future, I'd definitely recommend it. I mean, if you don't strive for help, it's unlikely to change. So if you truly want things to change, then it's definitely something you should do. I mean, this whole journey, beginning my transformation and being a better me, being the me who I want to be. The coaching has been the biggest step, but it's been a positive influence on my life for a while now. And in general, he just wants people to be better, for them. He wants them to be the better them. He's got a drive to help people. It's not just for monetary gain. It's something he's always doing, and he does go out of his way and above and beyond to help people. The weekly call, I guess, because especially if you've had a bad week and you're feeling like you've let yourself down and everything's gone that, I found that call would bring you back up, would give you that confidence again, give you that energy. Basically, it's almost like a reset. You get back to feeling, you're on the right path, you are making improvements. That should really tell you what the call's like, really. Mm-hmm. It's not about how you failed, it's about how well you've done and how you can improve next time. Yeah, I mean, just at how much better I am with dealing with things in my life is a lot better. Like the fact I'm not letting things pile up and keeping on top of things. I have the energy not to just do stuff, but do things properly. So not just doing the bare minimum. I get a job done properly, make sure everything, make sure they are dotted the I's and crossed the T's, all those sort of things. So, it's been a brilliant confidence boost, and I'm just generally a better person, I guess. Sounds a bit cliche, but yeah.